Hi everyone, Michael from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au. So welcome to our How to Invest in Gold series, where we look at the different facets associated with investing in gold and all the precious metals. But to start off with, we actually want to take a step further back than the how-to and look at the why invest in gold or any of the precious metals in the first place. And it's a really important question that you need to answer. So you might be looking at things like the world economy. You're not sure what's happening in the world economy, or even more regional or local economies. You may not be happy with what's going on. You may be seeing massive amounts of money being printed. You may be seeing confidence in the economy decreasing, those types of things. And when we see, as Joe frequently says, when we see confidence in economies and that starting to wane, starting to ease, you'll find the precious metals will actually start to increase. Whereas when the confidence is high in an economy, when things are booming, you'll find that gold, silver, those types of things, they don't tend to do much, and it's a good time just to reposition yourself in there. We also have things like diversification. I've got quite a lot in shares, I've got quite a lot in property. Maybe I need to diversify away from them, because again, very similar to the economy thing, when your shares are booming, when your real estate's booming, when your job's very secure and you're getting pay rises and those types of things, quite often you'll find gold's not doing much, it's just hovering around. But when there's that uncertainty, when the shares are starting to decrease, when property's starting to decrease or look a bit not so sure about this, that's where you'll find gold, silver, those types of things start to really come into their own and start increasing in price. And we can see that over many, many, many years, hundreds of years, even thousands of years of human history there. You've also got that hedge against inflation, that preservation of your purchasing power. And we did a video a few months back on a comparison between the price of gold. We did it in Australian dollars, but it's just irrelevant. It's just as relevant, sorry, in your economy and your currency as it is in the Australian. But we looked at the price of gold and what it could buy back in 1971, and then what its purchasing power was in 2020. And we'll provide a link to that above my head at the moment. And I encourage you to view that one as well, because it will give you a bit of confidence in why I should be buying this and how and the pricing and that type of stuff. Gold and silver, but gold particularly, is very good for a moving of wealth. If you need to transfer your wealth somewhere else and you want to carry it on you, it's very easy to carry, or it's a lot easier to carry, a 1 kilo bar of gold than it is maybe $80, $90, $100,000 in cash. So it has that transportability option to it. It also has the cool factor. You've got to admit that a kilo bar of gold, there is nothing quite like holding a kilo bar of gold. But even a one ounce bar or coins, it does something to you. It's some innate, I don't know, thing that seems to tingle your spine. You can also be looking at investments in all the precious metals, because you're looking at a play on industry. Particularly your silvers, your platinums, your palladiums, even rhodium to a degree. As industry starts to pick up, or different technologies come down the pike, whether they be solar panels or catalytic converters or electric, like the batteries for electric vehicles, those types of things. As demand for those increases, we see that the demand for these precious metals start to increase, and subsequently the price and the uptake starts to increase on those sorts of things. So it could be something as simple as an industry play. It could also be something as simple as, I like the security of it. I like knowing that, unlike my shares, I can store this in the bottom of the garden, in a safe, in a safety deposit box. There's millions of different places where you can store them, and in fact we'll do a whole video on storing your precious metals later on in this series. But it can be that type of thing, that I want something tangible just to hold in my hand. And, I want to place 5% of my portfolio or 10% or whatever you think's right for you. So these are only just scratching the surface on some of the considerations that you might be having while you're trying to come to terms with how to invest, why to invest in a precious metal. So I encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, particularly as we run through this series. We're going to answer a lot of those questions for you. Just remember, Google's your friend and YouTube. don't be frightened of typing in how to invest in gold and doing a bit of exploration there. And even with some of the forums. Include your bullion dealer in your discussion. Yes, they're going to have a bias in their opinion, but it doesn't mean they don't have some really valuable advice for you as well. Again, if we're in your neighbourhood, whether that be you're in Melbourne, you're in Australia and you want to pick up the phone and give us a call, or you want to just drop us a line through email, we'll be stoked to be able to chat to you about where you want to move forward to and answer some of your questions. So please, I encourage you to view the series, subscribe, share it where you can, but to contact us and have a yarn as well. All right, that's it for now. We'll talk again soon, and we'll talk again. Bye.